You know what, you guys? The sun is going down. And there are also a lot of Lego bag wrappers. What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie here. Now, you all might know me better as Dream Poet on my main channel, Dream Poet. On that channel of mine, I go on a lot of adventures. I check out a lot of historical sites. I check out a lot of weird history, but as much as I love traveling, there is also another love that I have, and that is collecting trading cards. Most predominantly Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. And for a while now, I have been wanting to create a second channel. Now that my other channel, my main channel, is up to 5,000 subscribers, I feel like I can open up a little bit more to that. So I figure the best way we can start this channel off right is to check out my Pokemon card collection. Now, I'm not sure how much it is, but that's what we're going to find out today. So without further ado, you guys, let's get to it. And if you all are wondering where those Lego bags came from, it is this 12-inch R2-D2. Yes, I spent about 3 days putting that together. But this is not a Lego video, this is a trading card game video. I figured out the first part we should start out with is my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection. Now this stuff is all vintage. I only collect vintage or collector stuff. That's up there in value. Today's stuff I'm not really too much a fan of, but I'm not afraid to open it. But we will look at some of the vintage stuff that I have. If y'all don't know, that is a magic ruler. That was one of the first 3 sets that came out of Yu-Gi-Oh! The vintage. These packs usually run for about $40. Why I chose this one is it still has like the $3.99 on it. Just giving you for reference for what it is. Next one, again, is another vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack. Legacy of Darkness. This pack is about 21 years old. It is original. It is not a reprint. Usually you can tell the reprints by if there's like a 6+ years old on the I think bottom right corner. And now, actually, I didn't even buy these. There's an interesting story behind this Pharaonic Guardian. When Toys R Us was going out of business, I managed to score one of these in a mystery cube. And that was the whole reason why I bought it. You could see it in the back, and I took that opportunity, and now I have it. And of course, same thing applies to this ancient Labyrinth of Nightmare. Now, it is not from the original release, as you all can tell. Usually how I could tell, you've got for US and Canada English edition. Then you've got just plain out English edition. Now we will focus on the stuff that I do have sitting to the side that are probably the more expensive things that I own. One that I want to notice first, this is a Slifer the Sky Dragon. This is original, and it is still in the pack. When this first came out, this card came out in a manga promo. A manga is a pretty much just like a comic book. And now Obelisk the Tormentor, similar case, but this one came out as a Shonen Jump promo. And now this is one of the more newer cards that I own, but this is the 25th edition Bandai version of Dark Magician, and it's rather interesting. I opened about 4 boxes of Battle of Chaos at the time to get one of these, and I actually never got it. I actually spent about $120 on this card just to get a hold of it. I got tired of dealing with it. And now we are getting back into some of the more classical stuff that I've had for 14, 15 plus years. Like, for example, that is a first edition Elemental Hero Shining Flare Wingman from Elemental. Anyway, I forgot the series that it came out of. I think it's going into focus. Now same case goes on into Reoccurring Nightmare, which is rather interesting. When I first got this, I really didn't think too much of it, and it just sat in a box somewhere. And I took it to a friend of mine, and he estimated it to be worth about $80. So that was a pretty good gig on my end. I'm glad that I kept it. And I've had this card since I was in the 6th grade, but at the time, Horse Black Flame Dragon LV8 was one of the best, one of the best cards in the game. Mainly because it could negate spell cards, but that one runs about $18. And we will talk about this beast. Today, this Ancient Gear Golem, the same one that I've had for years now, it's about $50. It is first edition, and it is from the Lost Millennium. And it's rather funny, speaking of cards that I've had kept for so long, this is a Gladiator Beast Herculenos, first edition. This one I tried getting rid of at the time because it was worth about $45, and that was back in like 2007, 2008. But present day, this is about an $85 card, so I'm glad that I didn't get rid of it at the time because it has only gone up in value. And one of my favorites, I've had this since I was like 11 years old. That is a first edition Toon Summon Skull from Magic Ruler. To this day, I still have it, and it's in pretty dang good shape. I'm glad I kept it. And now this one is a bit newer. This is a Starlight Rare. That's pretty much the only reason why I got it. I paid about $125 for it. I don't know if it's gone up in value or down in value. And then we have a 10 series Dark Magician. This one, I'm glad that I got it when I did, because normally the cards that come in these 10s, they are so beat up. And this one is actually pretty darn good condition. I paid like $60 for it. And now we will talk about the stuff that I did not realize I had it until I had them appraised. The first one I want to note is DD Crow. This is an Ultimate Rare, first edition. Now, at the time when I was collecting, I was trying to get rid of my Ultimate Rares, but this one sat in a box for years until one day I found that box, and I found out that this card is actually worth about $300. So I'm very fortunate that I did not get rid of it because, again, I have $300 I'm holding right now. And last but not least, we have a Satellite Cannon. This is from Dark Revelation 4. This only came in a specific series that was never first edition, or I don't think it was ever first edition. And I had this one appraised probably about back in September. This is about a $225 card. So hold on to your stuff, kids, because you never know when it can be worth something. Now, this one's not much to talk about, but that is an original Black Skull Dragon from Metal Raiders. And I bought this Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is PSA graded 8. Paid about $50 for it. I think I got a pretty good deal on it. All I know is it's in pretty darn good shape. And if you are an OG collector like I am, you will know what this is. That is a starter deck Kaiba starter deck. Now, because mine is in not that great a shape and it's opened, it still runs about $50. Not a bad gig whatsoever. And I'm glad I kept it. And this is also a $40 tin that I've had sitting for a while. It's Japanese. Okay, now that we've gotten done, what am I trying to say? Now that we are done looking at the Yu-Gi-Oh side of my collection, let's take a look at the Pokemon side. There's a lot more interesting stuff that I have there. I figured we would start out with the sealed product that I have. Now, this right here, that is a sealed starter deck. I think that was from 1998 or 2000. This typically runs about to $185 sealed. like it is. We also have an armored Mewtwo. Let's get over there so you all can see it. Pretty good shape. And I bought this back when I went to Dragon Con here recently this year. At first I bought it because I hadn't really seen one before, but that is a PS grade 6.5 Lugia. I think I paid like $160 for it. And we have a mint Gyarados that I just have sitting around. And now originally I did plan on opening this Sword and Shield Ultra Premium collection, but I think I'm going to hold on to it. I feel like this is only going to go up in value, so who knows? We'll see what happens. Maybe not. And this right here, this might be a box, only a box of Lava from the Legendary collection back in the early 2000s. But this box still sells for around $200 if you can believe it. So yeah, again, one of those things that I'm glad I kept a hold of. And now here's some of the bigger stuff that I have. I know I've said that a lot, but that was for Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a little bit different. But that right there is a Shining Mewtwo. If you all don't know, the Shining series came out in Neo Destiny back in 2002. And according to Wizards of the Coast and the Pokemon Company, these are some of the most beautiful cards that Wizards of the Coast ever printed under Pokemon. Each one of these runs a minimal of $160. Except my Shining Celebi. I've had that one for just as long as I've had the Mewtwo. But this one is damaged, but it still runs for about $140. Still a good chunk. I also have my Japanese Lugia, a Venusaur from base set. That's a holographic Black Dark Blastoise. Not really for $70, but it's about $50. And that's a Dragonite that's in really good condition. So we'll look at this side now. This Umbreon right here, I actually got a great deal on this. I only paid $100 at McKay's, which is a retro gaming / bookstore / media store. they're here in Tennessee, East Tennessee, and I got this for like $100, and turns out this thing's worth about $128. So I got lucky on that. And I've got a near mint Blastoise base set. Really great shape. About $120. We also have a Blastoise. That's kind of what got me back into collecting. A Feraligatr. Again, I think this was Neo Discovery, I think, or Neo Revelation. All I know is it's first edition. We have a couple cards back there. But let's take our focus to the really expensive stuff that I have. And that would be this Holy Grail. Yes, those are 7 Charizards, well, including one Dark Charizard that is holographic. But you all must be wondering how much money is sitting here. Well, we will take a focus. This is a holographic Legendary Collection Charizard, about $200. This right here, this is, yes, that is a Shadowless Charizard. It's in kind of beat up, mild play, about $400. And then we've also got a regular base set Charizard. Oops. The Charizard that came out of that Legendary Collection starter deck, about $50. I got very, very lucky when I purchased this one. Yes, it says $400, but this card is worth $1,100 today. Yes, that's the most expensive card I own, period. And then we have a Charizard that I've had quite literally since I was in the 1st grade. I've held on to it. It's about $140. I'm glad I have it. Love it. And we have one more Charizard. I think I paid about $220 for this. So yes, that's the most expensive cards that I have in this background binder. Since that binder is mostly intact, that's about another $200. So after doing all that math and adding up on how much my collection is, it comes out to a grand total of about $6,100 or $6,100 or 6,000, we'll just say $6,200. There we go. Yes, $6,200. To be more specific, $6,197, but it's $3. But yes, you guys, this is my collection. This is a great way to start my second channel, DPM Gaming. Make sure to check me out. Like, subscribe, share. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, vlog over.